Hello and welcome to my channel. Well, this is a cutting instrument, so it's kind of like a knife, and I found out some things that some of you may or may not know about these type of scissors. These are barber or hair cutting type of scissors, or salon or whatever. It says don't throw the shears around, so there went cricket hunting with this one. On the counter or drop them on the floor, or it will cause damage to the alignment of the blades and dull the cutting edge of the blades. Do not use the shears to cut anything other than hair, as the blades will become dull quickly. So don't do like a paper test and everything else, it says. Daily cleaning, sanitizing, and oiling are necessary for shear maintenance. Store your shears in a protective case, provided, which will keep the shears from moisture or environmental factors. If there was a case provided, I don't remember what I did with it. And I violated several of these rules here. I didn't throw the shears down. I have cut things other than paper. I haven't daily cleaned it or sanitized it or oil it because I'm not doing barbershop stuff with this. And I haven't stored it in a protective case. Bad on me, bad on me. All right, your natural inclination might be to hold them something like this, but they're sized for different hands. For a right hand, you would go like this, stick your ring finger and stick it in there. This keeps all your fingers out of the way, and then gives them a resting place. Now, a lot of times I would go like this. It's comfortable like this. You can maneuver like this, but you got your fingers sitting over there. So once you get used to this method, it's pretty good. Now, with scissors, you usually don't want to mess with this edge right here. You don't want to put a secondary bevel or anything like that on it, you know. You usually have to have a special scissors sharpening thing, but this one says razor edge Barber's hair scissors 6.5 inch, and that's the way it comes. Right-handed, see, it's for right hands. Stainless steel, so you shouldn't have to oil it a whole lot, but probably just your pivot. And this is like kind of cool, kind of funky. Look at this, it's the simulated gym there, and these are plastic inserts. If this is too small for you, like if you can't go up to like the middle of the second knuckle right there, you can take that insert out, or you can try to get a bigger size one. If this is not small enough for you, you don't want it cutting off circulation. You want your finger. See how much room I've got? This is perfect. Now the good thing about scissors, you know, everybody's like, I got an electric razor and everything. Electricity, right? Electricity. Unless you have a way of generating your own electricity, you're dependent upon electricity for that tool to work. So it's always good to have a backup manual type system, which leads us to the second thing right here. You got all these little stickers and a little brush, which comes in handy for this one. Little brush. This is old school. This is old school safety razors, you know, like a Gillette or something. And the way these work is there's a little pivot right here. And it opens up, and you drop your razor blade, which is specially shaped to fit in there, sturdy and everything. And a box of these, you know, they usually come wrapped. And I don't know what we got a loose razor blade running around. One of these cut me when I was a kid, because for model airplanes, I was using one of these. Yes, it's unsafe. You should use a single edge one, but I was using one of these to cut the sprue off of plastic model airplanes and stuff like that, pieces, you know. And I went to do something, and I stuck this naked blade, not even in a paper, in my right hand jeans pocket, and it went in there pretty good. I don't know what I was thinking. You know, as a kid, I didn't know what I wasn't thinking, Anyways, later on I was doing something. I reached in my pocket for something, and I had forgotten about that razor blade, and it cut me. It was this finger right here, all the way down. One of those is a wrinkle. No, this is a scar that's been there for a long, long time. Good thing that wasn't loaded. We just dropped a razor on himself. So yeah, if they're laying flat and everything, they'll ride fine and everything. But if you go to put your finger in there, ugh. So anyways, when that comes down, you know, you put your blade in there and it comes down. And then this angle is set. And it's kind of a safety razor because it's ramped there. And it allows, you know, you not to dig into your face. But it will cut you if you do it wrong. Especially if you go like that, it'll get you. But this is what my dad used for the longest time. And then during the 70s and everything, they came out with the disposable razor blade. And he finally went to those because it was easier to, you didn't have to clean it. It got dirty, you just threw it away. Disposable. But these are also good to have. Now, the scissors comes in more handy for me than the razor blade because I don't usually shave. You know, I don't usually shave. But I will trim back my beard and mustache, and I usually let my hair grow long, but I'll trim it around my ears so it's not in my ears and stuff like that. So there you go. There's a couple of things you might consider as alternatives, alternative grooming items, because once you get these things set up, then you don't have to do anything with them. You know, I mean, you have a little maintenance and everything here and there, but a good pair of Barber's shears comes in pretty handy. And like I said, most of the time I would use them either like this. I would use them incorrectly, like this, or like this. But this one's supposed to be the best way to reduce fatigue, to keep your fingers out of the way of the hair or anything else, you know. And once you get used to that, see how they got little ramps? Once you get used to that, it's all right. There you go. Thank you for watching. I have another knife to review. Oh, and remember, today is Thursday, right? So there's a giveaway going on. It's not in this video, but there's in a video I've done recently. There's a giveaway going on. And one of the other things we're going to add to it, since we got a pretty good knife, I just went and got these. Well, I did a little walk around in Walmart. 150 pounds. They're not really for carrying around and everything. And yeah, it's made in Echo in China. But these come in pretty handy for clipping things on your belt. I clip O-lights and stuff like that on it. So there's a little update for you. Short, sort of short and sweet. All right, we're gonna throw in one more thing. All right, so here's a Ruger. Here's a Ruger lock. Where's a pig? I mean, I taped this together as a double-ended pig. All right, Ruger. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4-pin lock. This is locking up your gun. Now, the lock itself is pretty good, laminated in the shackle and everything. Just remember, most people, where is this lock made? Most people, the incident of a lock being picked as opposed to brute force is like 99 to 1. 99 being brute force. 1 being somebody actually picked the lock. I've got to click off of that one. This guy kind of rotates. Got to click off that one. Lock open. Lock open. Now it has these double things here. And it has this, even though this is like vinyl, you know, to protect stuff, this kind of gets in your way to shim the shackle. Because, you see, you're looking for a diameter to get something through there. But you could take a knife and peel this away to do that. All right, so again, just keep in mind, that was the slow way. I can probably zip this one open. Just keep in mind that when you're locking up your weapons or whatever, and you say, well, I've got a lock on it. Yeah, legally, you've got a lock on it, but, oops, bounce the camera. Zipping a lock and everything, I don't think this one's going to work that well for zipping. Probably raking. But anyway, let's go in again. So I go in, this pin's binding, I push on it, click, I stop. I go to this one, it's not doing anything, so I look for another one that's binding. I go back here in the back, there's one way in the back, and it's binding. So it's really only like 2 pins. 2 pins, I don't know if you could see all that. Let's try it again. You're dragging this out. Yeah, I know, but I just wanted to show you that once, and I haven't picked up a pick in a while. I haven't messed with this lock in a while. That's one, that's a click. I go to another one here, it's binding. I push on it a little bit, and it clicks. 2 pins, really. So really only got to pick 2 pins out of this lock to open it, even though it's a 4-pin lock. Oh. So see, what I usually do is I stick the keys. Let's look what we got right here. So this one's pretty high. You got to push up on that one, and that one would be in the back of the lock. And then somebody up here binds. You see how these two are almost identical? I'm probably picking the first one without noticing it, but one of these binds. And the other ones, I don't know what's wrong with them. I don't know why they don't want to cooperate. But sometimes locks are like that, you know. You go in, all right, you think 4-pin lock, I've got to pick 4 pins. But you go in, if you want to start off with the first one, you go to pin 1. It's kind of binding, so you go up, really hard. And then you go to number 2, a click. Come back, who's binding? That one's binding. It's different. Every time you do it, sometimes it's different. I messed that one up, so let's start over. It's not always going to be perfect. Let's start from the back. A lot of people don't start from the front. They start from the back because if you're looking at a slope, it's easier to pick from the back to the front without oversetting pins. So we'll go to the back. I go all the way to the back. Is that something back there? I should have given up when I was ahead. All right, start this over. And it's a pin tumbler too. It's not a wafer lock. A wafer lock we'd be in even quicker. All right, that was pin 2 that I pushed up on, got a good click on. And now I'm just looking for another one. This is pin 3. So it's 2 and 3. It's pin 2 and 3 on this one to pick it. Sorry. I mean, you can fast forward, you can skip all this, but people like lock picking. All right, so if you go to pin 1, let's try it differently. Let's go to pin 1. Pin 1's really mushy. So you want to find the binder. Wow. It's even faster if you go that way. Let's try this again. Pin 1. Was that 1? Yeah, and pin 2. Wow. Well, let me try 3 and 4. I mean 2 and 3. All right. You just have to judge by the depth and the feel, you know. So that's with tension on it, not a lot of tension. Pin 1, ooh. I just pushed it a little bit. See, that's what's probably happened. I haven't noticed. Pin 1 is now picked as far as I'm concerned. The very next one is pin 2. I push up on it. Pow. Wow. So either way you look at it, you only got 2 pins out of 4 to pick out of this lock. So just keep that in mind. You know, and that's not even trying raking. Raking goes faster, and it would go even faster. But that's single pin picking, which is usually the slowest, but the most, I think the most efficient way of getting it, because not every lock will rake. but almost every lock will single pin pick. It just takes, a little bit more. There, I wasted your time long enough. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day. And remember, tomorrow the drawing will occur. And if you're not in the thing and you haven't said the magic word, you're fish out of luck. You're just fish out of luck. Thanks for watching, and have a nice day.